Alright, you are back with comedian David Boyle and I'm quitting alcohol. So I did my phone fast today. Every Monday now for the foreseeable future, I will not be turning on my phone. Off on Sunday night, on Tuesday. And I tell you what, I did not realize how fucking addicted I was to that phone. I'm not talking just like mentally, like I gotta check something. I mean physically. It's like I've been getting off the gear today. I could barely wake up. I really couldn't wake up. Because normally when I wake up, I go straight on my phone and I just blast it directly into my neurons for about 5-10 minutes as soon as I wake up. And that is a deliberate ploy to wake me up, because I remember someone saying that the reason you can stay up all night on your phone is because the blue light or something in your fucking phone triggers something in your brain and you can just fucking stay up all night. So I inverted that idea. And when I was waking up early for work, when I had a job, as soon as the alarm went off, I would pick up my phone and just start scouring the internet. Just get that blue light into my brain and it would help me wake up quicker. And then I would lunge into a coffee, which would fucking just have me peaking before work. Peaking at like 5:30 a.m. So when the alarm went off this morning, which wasn't my phone alarm, I went to turn to my phone so I could blast some internet into my brain to help me wake up. And it wasn't there, and I just could not get my fucking eyes open. I literally threw myself out of bed. I rolled out of bed and just started crawling towards the kettle to put on a fucking green tea. My eyes were shut the whole time. I was completely fucked. And that was just the start of it. Then I started doing the shit I do in the morning, a little bit of meditation, a little bit of morning pages, writing, and I fell asleep like maybe 8 times during that. I just could not boot up the system. Then I dropped my kid off, and on the drive back home, I literally had to fucking hold my eyes open so I wouldn't fall asleep while I'm driving. Usually I've got a podcast going, I'm driving with my knee so I can message someone. On the normal day, I'm multitasking. Today I had to fucking multitask as well. 1 was hold your eyes open, and 2 was drive and somehow get fucking home. And then I get home and I just fucking collapsed like a narcoleptic. I just went straight the fuck out. Like shutting down a computer or something. It just went out. And then I got up, did some shit for a couple of hours. Then I napped again. I had 4 naps today. Without a fucking word of a lie. Every time I put my fucking head down, I napped. I think what's happened is with this phone shit, like it being addicted to your phone, is I've been keeping myself artificially awake for like the last month. Or maybe even the last couple of years. Because when you're tired, you start feeling shit and you just go straight to your phone. You fuck around on your phone. You do some mind-numbing scrolling. You listen to something. You fucking abuse someone on Facebook or Twitter. That gives you a little bit of a dopamine rush. That gets you through the little shit patch. And then you continue on. But you have to do that like fucking 100 times a day. That's why you're on your phone all the time. So instead of going for a nap or sleeping when I need to sleep, I've been going on my phone. And I think I've built some sort of physical dependency on it, which is fucking unexpected because I just thought it was going to be more a mental thing. Like, oh, I better just check Instagram. Oh, I wonder if anyone messaged me. Like that sort of needy shit. But that hasn't really affected me at all today. That's probably because I was napping all day. I was reading books and napping, that's it. Which is a perfect fucking day. But I'm just going to keep doing the phone fast every Monday. I definitely feel a lot more calm. Just even the fact of picking up your phone and scrolling thoughtlessly through it, that gives you a little bit of anxiety, I think. The amount of times during the day I'll just pick up my phone, look at it, begin to open something, and I can't even remember what I was meant to open. I wasn't even going to open anything. I just wanted to interact with my phone. It's pretty fucking gross, actually. I think this could be the first fucking step into giving up my phone completely. I don't know how the fuck I'm going to do that. But it's a problem. My head is so much clearer than normal today. I really don't even want to turn it back on tomorrow, but I will be. I'll be turning it on fucking 5:30 a.m. I'll be catching up on everything I missed out on today. I'll be getting that blue light shot directly into my fucking retina veins. I'm looking forward to it. It's my Tuesday party back on the phone. All right. So anyway, it's Monday. It's my fasting Monday, phone fast and food fast, but it's also Hypothetical Monday. Hypothetical Monday, tell me why. Hypothetical Monday, tell me why. Hypothetical Monday, I'm gonna shoot. Ooh, 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 ooh. The whole day down. So the hypothetical this week is a fucking banger. And guess who it was sent in by? The fucking boy in blue again. The copper from last week's Fucked Up Friday has sent in a hypothetical. And it's a fucking banger like his Fucked Up Friday. If you haven't listened to that Fucked Up Friday, go back and listen to it before you start this. Who would have thought the fucking cops were going to be such a fucking goldmine? But this is a great hypothetical. Thank you for sending it in. Thanks for the Fucked Up Friday last week as well. Everyone loved it. Now we're going to need some of you criminals to start sending shit in to start balancing things out. So there's a little bit of a preamble that you don't need to know about, and then it begins. But made me think of a real life hypothetical I had at work. Was my first dead body. An old deer who had slipped in the bath and hit her head. We got called due to the smell. She'd been there about 4 days. Anyway, going through her place looking for meds, next of kin, etc. And I see a fuck ton of Powerball tickets on her fridge. Powerball, I don't know if you've got it overseas, you probably do, but that's like the lotto. So my offsider had the app and we checked the tickets. One of them had won 3rd division, was about $290,000 winner. No one else knew. The tickets weren't registered. We didn't even have a next of kin. What do you do? Jesus Christ. That really isn't that much of a hypothetical. I mean, the bitch is dead. Even if she did have next of kin, I'd be fucking taking that ticket. Actually, even if she was alive when I arrived, I'd be taking that fucking ticket. I'd be helping the old bitch down the stairs. Fucking give her a little nudge down the stairs and then plant some fucking meth on her. Like she only called up to report a missing cat, and now she's at the bottom of the stairs dead with 15 grams of meth on her. Everyone will be like, what happened to Miss Brown? She was such a nice old lady. She worked for the Salvation Army for 58 years. Yeah, well, sometimes they break bad. We went there, turns out she's fucking cartel. Cartel to the bone. So basically what I'm saying is I would murder an old lady for $290K. And that sounds about right. I mean, even if you took the zero off, I'd probably do it for $29K. So it's really not even a question whether you take it. You fucking take it, of course. Especially in that circumstance. It's your first dead body. Take a little bit of a souvenir. A $290,000 souvenir. Actually, it's not even $290K. That's $145 each. How are you going to kill your partner? That's the question. Maybe push him down the stairs as well. Say he got mixed up with Mrs. Brown. They were both cartel. So you definitely take the ticket 100%. I don't know how you know it wasn't registered. That's an interesting statement you've made there. Now, if I use my detective abilities, I think I know what you did. And I didn't ask him what he did. I said, I'll do the hypothetical first. And after I've done that, I'll message and ask you what you did. But saying the tickets weren't registered, I don't know how you know they're not registered. Maybe they have a little R on it or something like that. Maybe they get paid out straight away if it's registered. I'm not too sure. But that is a highly suspect thing to say. Actually, that whole last paragraph tells me exactly what you did. Let me read it out again. No one else knew. The tickets weren't registered. We didn't even have a next of kin. Fuck, you scored 145 each. What a day. First dead body and 145 fucking G in the pocket. The only reason you wouldn't take the ticket is if you know it's registered. If you know it's not registered, you take the ticket. And then the problem becomes how the fuck do you cash it without raising suspicion? Without the newspaper coming down and taking a photo with 2 cops with a giant check. So you can't cash it yourself. You don't want to be directly involved. So you'd have to get like your mum or an auntie or something like that. But then they'll get suspicious as well and they might want a piece of the pie too. So you can't tell them exactly where you got it from. And as soon as they cash it, just push them down the stairs too. So how many murders is that now? 3 murders I've committed so far for my $290K. An old lady, my partner, and my mum. So the answer's a hard yes. Yes, you take the ticket. I reckon you could justify it as well morally. In that situation, it's an old lady, no next of kin. It's your first dead body. It's a fucking deposit for a house. I reckon you took it. I'm looking forward to hearing whether you did or not. But that's me. I would have taken it and committed 3 murders on the way. All right, that's enough for me tonight. Thanks for sending in the hypothetical. And if you're enjoying the podcast, share it around with your friends, hit me up on social media, and I'll see you the fuck later.